Peace. What's going on, y'all? So this is it's March 14th, 2025. As I'm ready and prepping myself to head over to Kemet with a collective of other light-minded individuals. There's a sense of nervousness, but not necessarily. It's more like surreal. Trying not to think too much. There's been some interesting development in the form of what could be considered setbacks. Phenom used to call them the forces of hate. And man, were they prevalent this week on multiple levels. In fact, if they hadn't have taken place, I probably wouldn't be making this video the way that I am right now. And it's not for individuals to feel any sympathy or anything like that. It's just where I'm at with my thinking, with my approach, where I feel that we all must get to whenever there is I guess you want to call it a mission that you want to accomplish, that you're looking to step into, progress into, that when the stuff pops up, you just have to take a couple on the chin. So anyhow, my flight 3 times with all the flights that I've ever taken before, and I've traveled for at least 4 or 5 years extensively all throughout Europe on tour and things, country to country, hopping on many planes. I've never had a delay, but I've had 3 flight switches. And one of them, almost resulted in kind of like throwing me off. So, I'm leaving now 3 days sooner than I had anticipated before. But even with that, the times have switched a couple of times, and I'm suffering from some back situation, which, I go to the chiropractor. I think I'm semi-healthy for a 43-year-old man. I don't go to the gym, but I stay active, hitting the stairs, punching bag, stretching, pull-ups. I could do more. I have been fasting for the past 13 days with my brothers during Ramadan, but I didn't feel weak or anything like that, but something just started piercing near my spine. So I went to the chiropractor on Wednesday, and normally when Dr. Dell adjusts me, it takes some time, but it usually alleviates the issue. But this one in particular, Thursday, the next day, it just turned up even more. And then today at work, it was just man, I'm in pain. What is this? There was no strenuous lifting of anything, no sudden movements, but just, going backwards. I could still kind of feel it. And I said, it seems to always be something that attempts to step in the way of the mission whenever it's something that is really significant, something meaningful to myself. And this was no different. It's just that, like I said, it hit on multiple levels. but I'm still in the process of going. Regardless of what tomorrow may hold, I fly out tomorrow. They switched the time to 2:30 p.m., but I'm gonna go to Newark. I didn't want to fly out of New York. I had some other flights that they tried to. I don't want to fly out of New York. No disrespect, but it's very chaotic the last few times that I had gone out to either JFK or LaGuardia. So I'd rather just keep it yours and do the Brick City international situation. So anyhow, 2:30 I leave out. I've just been, cleaning up, packing some things, deciding on what the footwear is going to be. See, even like how I've been just being careful. I just don't want to cause any other, pain. I got some, some ointment. I got some, I don't want to call it medication, but yeah, it is medication. Some of the biofreeze to help out. But anyhow, I figured I was going to rock my reds, the red and whites.
Peace family, looking to take your brand, artistry, or business to the next level? At V2G Multimedia, we specialize in creating digital biographies, stunning, interactive PDF flipbooks designed to showcase your story, services, or products in a professional and unforgettable way. But that's not all. When you work with us, your biography gets a permanent feature on our affiliate platform, the Biosphere, where it gains ongoing visibility as our community continues to grow. Ready to elevate your presence and connect with a broader audience? Visit v2gmultimedia.com for updates and consultations on how we can bring your story to life. Now, back to the video.
The red and whites, meaning I'll be in white with red on the feet. Shout out to my man Chris, the Pros brand. The sneakers I've been wearing for like the past 2 years and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go out there with these joints as my main footwear. They're brand new, so they haven't been worn. Straight up, literally just pulled them out the box. I told him I was gonna use them for some special occasions. So as he's filming his documentary, I'm documenting my journey with his kicks that I'm supporting. So I finally figured out, exactly what I'm going to wear as far as footwear goes. I have the majority of my materials, my books, my headphones. Got the majority of my stuff packed and ready to go. There's just a couple of things in the morning time that I'm just gonna make sure I have secured. My boarding pass is changed a couple times, so I printed out the latest one, and prayerfully it'll remain that. Passport, check. Copies, check. Traveler's insurance, check. I go get my visa when I go out and reach Cairo. I'll pick it up there at the airport. I'm meeting a friend. She'll be there. The driver will be there to bring me to the hotel whenever I land and everything. And one of the challenges that I was thinking about is just clothing, because I know how Kemet is. It's a desert, but then at night it can get pretty cool. So it's supposed to be 90 on Sunday for a couple days, 90, high 80s, and then it's gonna drop down to like the 70s. But at night, I've been looking and seeing 50 degrees, 60 degrees. I'm like, wow, that's a 30 degree swing. So I'm just going to do what I do in the summers here. I usually dress just like this, keep the arms covered for bugs, a little hat, not this one in particular, but a little fisherman bucket hat. Yeah, I'm not worried about heat. I'm not worried about the heat. I'm just journeying right now, man, and documenting and using this as an opportunity to just show people that when those opportunities come knocking on your door for whatever it is that you're looking to do with yourself and for yourself, I say if you can afford to, and if it's something that your inner being is calling for you and calling on you to do, I say do it. And you're not going to make everybody happy. Like, there's a bunch of people in my immediate circle that they aren't happy. Mainly my family, you know. It's gonna be like that. This is for them, but this is for me. The fears have kept plenty of people, but I can only speak for myself. Fear has kept me from doing a lot of things in life. A lot. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of what others would say, fear of death, fear of change, fear of just being seen, noticed, fear of success, fear of loss, like all of that, man. Fear of struggle, fear of pain. I'm realizing that stuff will never stop. So why should I? Rashad's son said, if they stand in your way, then walk through them, son. Whatever it is, just walk through them. Or walk through it. And with that being said, that is exactly what I plan on doing. So this is log 2 of my return to Kemet in this form, and see what awaits me there. Because whatever's there, or whoever's there, I just feel like intuitively just, I picked up the signal. And I'm on my way to self. Discovery is all I can say. Much love, much light. And I don't even know where this is going, but it's going somewhere. I'm out, y'all. Peace.